So hello friends, welcome to my channel MN Coaching Center. So today I'm going to explain what that is the 8th standard geography 3rd chapter, mineral and power resources. So let us start the chapter with an example. So Kiri, a girl, was visiting Sukant in his native place. Sukant in it is native place that is located near Dhanbad. So she was amazed to see that large areas were black. So near the Dhanbad where she was visiting, there she saw that large areas, the soil was black. Sukant, she asked her friend Sukant, why is this place so black and dusty? Kiri, she asked. So, when she asked that why is this place dark means black to Sukant, he says this is because of the coal mines happening near that place. So he asked, do you see the trucks near their trucks were a little bit far? He asked, do you see that? So Sukant replied that yes, they are carrying the mineral coals. They are carrying the coals. Mineral coals. So he says minerals coal. So Kiri, she asks, what is minerals? So in our question, Sukant replies, have you ever seen a baker? Who bakes a biscuit. He asks. So he says, the flour, milk, sugar together. He make the flour, milk, sugar, and sometimes eggs are mixed together to form that baker biscuit. While eating that biscuits, can you see these ingredients separately? Can you see that these ingredients are separate while you eat that biscuit? No, you will not see. You will see only biscuit. No. So there are number of things you can see. The rocks on this earth have several materials. The rocks on this earth, it has several materials. They are called as the minerals that is mixed in them. The minerals that is mixed in that materials, and these minerals are scattered throughout the earth's rocky crust. On the earth's rocky crust, it is these minerals are scattered. A naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition. It is natural means it is occurred by the nature. Substance that is having a definite chemical composition, that have definite chemical composition is called minerals, and minerals are not evenly distributed over space. It is not evenly distributed over all the space. So minerals, they are concentrated in a particular area or rock formation. They are concentrated on a particular area or a rock formation. So you can find some minerals in the areas which are not easily accessible, like you find some of the minerals in Arctic ocean bed. In the ocean you find, but it is not easy for going till there. And some minerals in Antarctica, so it is difficult to go till there. So minerals are formed in different types of geological environment. It is formed under different conditions. Minerals are created by natural process without any interference of human beings. So they can be identified on the basis of their physical properties. On the basis of their physical property, you can identify minerals like on physical properties like color, density, hardness, and some of the chemical properties like solubility. On this you can find the minerals. So next is types of minerals. So there are over 3000 different minerals present in whole earth crust or on the surface of the earth. On the basis of their composition, minerals are classified as metallic and non-metallic minerals. So minerals, it is classified as metallic and non-metallic, and let us know first about metallic. So minerals that contain metal in raw form. In raw form, the minerals that contain metal is known as metallic. Metals are hardly substances that conduct heat and electricity and have a characteristics of luster or shine. Some of the example of metallic minerals are iron ore, bauxite, manganese ore. These are the example of metallic mineral. So metallic mineral are maybe of two types. They are ferrous or non-ferrous. Ferrous minerals like iron ore, manganese and chromites, it contains iron. These ferrous metal minerals, it contains iron. In non-ferrous mineral, it does not. In non-ferrous mineral, it does not contain iron, but may contain some of the other metal components like gold, silver, copper or lead. So this is the metallic mineral. Now non-metallic mineral. So non-metallic mineral do not contain metals. So non-metallic mineral, it does not contain any metals. Non-metal, some of the example are limestone, mica and gypsum. They are some of the example. The mineral fuels like coal and petroleum, they are also some of the example for non-metallic mineral. So minerals can be extracted by mining, drilling or by quarrying. By these three types you can extract the mineral from the earth crust. Okay. So here, so a rock is an aggregated of one or more minerals. So rock is made up of as aggregation means joining of one or more minerals without definite composition of constituent of minerals. So rock from which minerals are mined are known as ores. So although there are 2800 types of mineral have been identified, only 100 of raw are considered as ore minerals. So now let us know about how the extraction of mineral means how the taking out of the minerals happen. So the process of taking out from the rock buried under the earth's surface is called as the mining. Taking out of the rock minerals from the rock that is buried under the earth's surface is called as mining. Minerals that lie at the shallow depths are taken out by removing surface layer. By removing surface layer, you take out the minerals that are at the depth. It is known as the open cast mining. Deep bores that are called shafts have to be made. They have to be made to reach that mineral deposit that lies at these great depths. These deep bores or the shafts is called as the shaft mining. Okay. Petroleum and natural gases occur more below the earth's surface. Deep wells are bored to take them out, and this making of deep wells or the bored deep wells is called as the drilling. So minerals that lie near the surface are simply dug on the earth's surface. The minerals that are light, they are simply dug out by the process of quarrying. Okay. These are the three types: mining, drilling and quarrying, by which extraction of mineral happen. Now you have learnt by now, you have know which mineral it is you have extracted. Now what you will do, now you will distribute that minerals. Okay. So minerals occurs in different types of rock. So minerals, it is in different types of rock. Some are found in igneous rock, some may be metamorphic or some may be sedimentary rock. Generally, metallic minerals are found in the igneous and metamorphic rock formation. Iron ore is found in North Sweden. Copper and nickel deposits are found in Ontario and Canada, and iron, nickel, chromites and platinum are found in Southern Africa. They are some of the examples of minerals that are found in the igneous and metamorphic rock. So sedimentary rock formations of plains and young fold mountains that contains non-metal and minerals like it has minerals like limestone, deposit of Caucasus. Minerals limestone deposits of Coqueres region in France. You can see this limestone. Manganese deposits you can see in Georgia and Ukraine, and phosphate beds means deposits you can see in Algeria, and some of the example deposits, minerals deposits you can see in the earth surface or earth crust. Mineral fuels like coal and petroleum are found in the sedimentary strata. Next, in Asia, China and India have large iron ore deposits. The continent produces more than half of the world's tin. This continent produces more than half of the world's tin. In the picture, you can see iron. So in this symbol you can see iron in this country, copper in this symbol here, copper here, in like this you can see where words distribution of iron, copper and bauxite. So China, Malaysia and Indonesia are among the world's leading tin producers. So these three countries produce more tin and export it to the it does import and export. So it sends to other country. So China also leads in production of lead, antimony and tungsten. Asia country has also deposits of manganese, bauxite, nickel, zinc and copper. Now Europe, it is leading producer of iron ore in the world, and the countries that has large deposits of iron ore are Russia, UK, Sweden and France. Mineral deposits of copper, lead, zinc, magnesium and nickel are also found in some of the Eastern Europe and European Russia. So North America. The mineral deposits in North America is like in three zones. One is the Canadian region, that is on north of the Great Lake, the Appalachian region and the mountain ranges of the west. Iron ore, nickel, gold, uranium, copper, they are taken out in the areas in Canadian Shield region by the process of mining. Coal is taken out in the Appalachian region by doing mining, and Western Cordillera has vast deposits of copper, lead, zinc, gold and silver. So here gold and mineral oils picture you can see. So next if we come to South America, in South America, Brazil is the largest producer of the iron ore in the whole world. Chile and Peru, they are some of the leading producers of copper, and Brazil and Bolivia, they are among the world's largest producer of tin. And South America also has a large deposits of gold, silver, zinc, chromium, magnesium, bauxite, mica, platinum, asbestos and diamond. Mineral oils are also found in the places like Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, Peru and Colombia. This is about the minerals and metals found in South Africa. Next, in Africa, it is very much rich in mineral resources. It is world's largest producer of diamond, gold and platinum. South Africa, Zimbabwe and Zaire, it produces a large portion of gold to the world, and the other minerals that are found in the world in Africa are copper, iron ore, chromium, uranium, cobalt and bauxite. Oil is also found in the places like Nigeria, Libya and Angola. Next, Australia. It is the largest producer of bauxite in the world. It is the leading producer of gold, diamond, iron ore, tin and nickel in the whole world. So Australia, it is very much rich in copper, lead, zinc and manganese. And Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie, they are some of the areas in Western Australia that have very much large deposits of gold. Now, next Antarctica. The Geological of Antarctica is sufficiently well known to predict the existence of varieties of minerals, some are probably large. So significant size of deposits of gold you can find in Transantarctica Mountains and iron near the Prince Charles Mountain that is in East Antarctica, and iron ore, gold, silver and oil are also present in some quantity. So now you saw about minerals and different types of oils present in whole countries in the world. Now let us come to India. So iron first in distribution of minerals and oil in India. So India has very much deposits of high grade iron ore, and the minerals is found mainly in the iron is found in Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Goa, Maharashtra and Karnataka is found. Next, bauxite. So major bauxite producing areas in India are Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. Next, if we come to mica, so mica deposits mainly you can see in Jharkhand, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan, and India is also the largest producer and exporter of mica in the world. Next, copper. So copper it is mainly it is produced in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand and Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. In these places copper is produced. And manganese, India's manganese deposits you can see in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. In these places you can see manganese deposits. And limestone. So major limestone producing states in India are Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. And in this picture you can see the quarrying of limestone. Next, so next is gold. So Kolar goldfields located in Karnataka. It has more deposits of gold in India. These mines are among the deepest in the world, which makes mining of this ore a very expensive process. Next, salt. So salt it is obtained from seas, lakes, rocks, and you can see in the picture the extinction of salt from Sambar Lake that is located in Rajasthan. And India is one of the world's leading producer, and also India is the world's biggest exporter of salt. Now you learned minerals oils present in India in whole world, different types of minerals, what are they present in which states they are present you learned. But what are the uses you do from these minerals? You don't know still. Let us see what are the uses of these minerals. So mineral it is used for by many industries, and minerals which are used for gems are usually very much hard. The minerals that you use for as gems are very much hard. These are then set into various style of jewelry. So then you make various types of jewelry by the gems. Copper is another metal that is used in everything. From coins to pipes, you use coppers. You see copper wire before there was copper coins. Like that you see. Silicon that is used in the computer industry that is obtained from the quartz. Aluminium it is obtained from its ore bauxite and is used in the automobiles and aeroplanes, and in bottling industry, buildings and even in the kitchen cookware also you see the aluminium used. Next we extract the minerals by mining, quarrying and other procedure. But question is, how can we conserve the minerals? So minerals are not non-renewable. Minerals are a non-renewable resource. It is not a renewable resources. So it takes thousands of years for formation of another mineral. If we take the mineral by the mining, and The rate of formation is much smaller than the rate of which the human consume. So the rate of formation of mineral is very much small than the rate of minerals that are consumed by the human being. So it is necessary to reduce the wastage in the process of mining. In the process of mining, it is necessary to reduce the wastage, and recycle of metal is also another way in which the mineral resources can also be conserved. Now you learned about the mineral resource. So you learned about the mineral resource till now. So till now you learned about mineral resources. Now, after the mineral resource, now let us come to the power resource. So let us start to explain this power resource with an example. I'll explain power resource with an example. So a small boy, Sunny, his name is Sunny. Her mother begins her day by switching on the geyser. Her mother begins her day so that she can have a bath. Okay. She irons Sunny's school uniform before she is waking him up. She then rushes to the kitchen to prepare a glass of orange juice for him in the blender. So now, Sunny, have you finished taking the bath? Come and have your breakfast. After his bath, her mother calls. So, while preparing breakfast on the gas stove for Sunny, while going to the school, Sunny forgets to switch off lights and fans. When mother switches them off, she thinks that life in the cities may be more comfortable, but it is dependency on more and more gadgets, all of which consume energy, has led to a wide gap between the demand and the supply of the electricity. With the advent of science and technology, the lifestyle are changing very much fast. So power energy, it plays a vital role in our human life. We also need to power for industries. When industry needs industry, agriculture, transport, communication and defense, these all places it needs power, means electricity. So power resources may be broadly categorized as conventional and non-conventional resources. So here see, first, conventional source of energy. This I will explain first. I will explain conventional resources. Okay. So conventional sources of energy are those which have been in commonly used for a long time. From a long time we use these resources like firewood, fossil fuels. They are two main conventional energy resources that you use. Now, conventional source of energy. So, first you learnt about firewood. You mean firewood and fossil fuels. They are the two main conventional energy sources. So, now let us know what all the means difference between firewood between the advantage of firewood and disadvantage of the firewood. Now let us know about the advantage of the firewood. So firewood, it has easy access. It provides energy to a large number of people. But what are the disadvantages? Collection is time consuming. So collecting that firewood, it consumes some time. Next, it is very much polluting to our environment, and it also promotes the greenhouse effect that may cause harm to ozone layer. Next, it may also make deforestation, because we cut for firewood we cut the trees, so that's why. So firewood, it is widely you use firewood for cooking and heating. In our country, more than 50% of the energy that are used in the village, that comes to them from firewood. So remains of plants and animals which were buried under the earth for millions of years they got converted by the heat and pressure. They got converted as fossil fuels. So fossil fuels like coal, aluminum and natural gas, they are the main source of conventional energy. The reserves of these minerals are limited. The rate at which the growing world population is consuming them is far greater than the rate of their formation. It is more bigger than the rate of the formation of the fossil fuel. So they are like to be exhausted soon. The fossil fuel will be exhausted soon. So in fossil fuel, the first fossil fuel is coal. So this is the most abundant found fossil fuel, and it is used as a domestic fuel. It is used as a domestic fuel in industries like iron and steel, steam engines, and to generate electricity. For these purposes, coal are used. So electricity from coal, it is known as the thermal power. The coal which we are using today was formed millions of years ago. Millions of years ago the coal was formed. And when giant fells and swamps got buried under the layer of the earth, when giant fells and swamps got buried under the layers of the earth, coal is therefore referred to as buried sunshine. So the leading coal producer in the world, or you can see China, USA, Germany, Russia, South Africa, and France, and the coal producing area in India are Raniganj, Jharia, Dhanbad, and Bokaro in Jharkhand. So now let us see advantage and disadvantage of coal. Advantage of coal is extensively available. They are extensively available. They are efficient conservation of electricity. Disadvantage is they are polluting source. So when you bury that coal, it pollutes our atmosphere, and it is very much difficult to transport as they are available in bulks. They are available very much huge. In huge number they are available. Next, petroleum. So a petrol that keeps your car running as well as the oil that keeps your cycle from squeaking. Both begin as a thick black liquid. With a thick black liquid that is called petroleum. So petrol, it is found between the layers of the rocks, and it is extracted by doing mining, means by drilling from oil fields that are located in offshore and coastal areas. They drill and they brings the petrol out. So this is then they send to refineries, which process that petrol as crude oil and produces the varieties of products from that oil like diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, plastics, lubricants. Petroleum and its derivatives is called as black gold, as they are very valuable. The petrol, it is very much valuable. The chief petroleum producing countries in the world is Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia and Qatar. The other major countries that produce petrol is USA, Russia, Venezuela and Algeria, and the leading producer of petrol in India is Digboy in Assam, Bombay High in Mumbai, and the deltas of Krishna and Godavari rivers that produces petrol, means where that gets petrol to India. Now, advantage of oil means petrol. So it is easier to transport in the tankers. By the help of tankers you can transport them, and it is basis for petrochemical industry. It is the basic need. Some of the disadvantages, its depletion of oxygen due to the oil spillage, and gas leakage may also cause depletion of oxygen. Pollutants that are released that cause acid rain, and exploration of new fuel, it is not very much easy. So now we learned about petroleum. Next is, now let us know about natural gas. So natural gas, which is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. So you can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. And Russia, Norway, UK and the Netherlands, they are the major producer of our natural gas. Yeah. Jaisalmer, Krishna Godavari Delta, Tripura and some areas of the shores in Mumbai, they have natural gas resources. Very few countries in the world have sufficient natural gas reserves. So 1 minute. So very few countries in the world have sufficient natural gas reserves of their own. So there is a sharp increase in our consumption of fossil fuels that has led for the depletion at an alarming rate. The toxic pollutants that release from burning these fuels that are also a cause for concern. So unchecked burning of fossil fuels like an unchecked dripping tap which will eventually dry. So this had led to the tapping of various non-conventional sources of energy that are a cleaner alternative to fossil fuels. So there is a more advantage and disadvantage. So it is very much easy to transport through pipelines the natural gas, cleaner than oil and coal, cheaper than oil. But the same disadvantage it has as the oil has the disadvantage. Next is tidal power. So rainwater or river water stored in the dams that is made up of stored in the dams is made to fall with an height from a certain height, and the falling of water from flows through pipes in the falling of water flows, and the falling and inside the dams over the turbine. This is the turbine. So this is the turbine blades that are placed at the bottom of the dam. So this is the turbine that is placed at the bottom of the dam. The moving blades then turn the generator where the electricity is produced, and this is called the ಯಾಕಣೋ so so the water discharged after the generation of the electricity is used for irrigation. So 1/4 of the world electricity is produced by this hydel power or hydropower electricity, hydroelectricity also you can say. The leading countries that produce hydel power is in the world is Paraguay, Norway, Brazil, and China. And some of the important hydel power stations in India are Pakranangal, Gandhi Sagar, Nagarjuna Sagar, and Damodar Valley project. So now let us know the difference means what the advantage and disadvantage of hydel power. Advantages of hydel power is it is non-polluting and promotes irrigation and fishing, and it is very much cheap. But disadvantage is displacement of local community, inundated slow and expensive to set up that hydel power station. Next, so after this, now, so non-conventional sources of energy. As the increase in the use of fossil fuels is leading to its shortage, so it is essential that if the present rate of consumption continues, the reserve of these fuel will be exhausted. If we use this fuel continuously, it will be exhausted. Moreover, their use also causes some of the environmental pollution. So therefore, there is need for some of the non-conventional sources like solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy that you can renewable. It is renewable. First, solar energy. So by sun's heat and light, energy can be felt by us every day. So solar energy tapped from the sun can be used in the solar cells so that it can produce the electricity. Many of these cells are joined into solar panels so that it can generate power from heat for heating and lighting purpose. And the technology of utilized solar energy, it benefits a lot for tropical countries that are blessed with that has more sunshine. Solar energy is also used in solar heater, solar cooker, solar dryer, besides being used for community lighting and traffic signals. So the advantage of solar energy is, so it is inexhaustible and it is non-populating. But two disadvantages. For setting up the solar panels and setting up solar panels and many other things, setting up the electric generator and any other things, it is very much expensive. The solar panels are very much expensive, and diffused source, it is diffuse source, and so it is gets wasted. Next is wind energy. Wind is an inexhaustible source of energy. It is an inexhaustible source of energy, and windmills have been very much used for grinding grains and lifting water since times immemorial. In modern time, windmills, the high-speed winds rotate the windmills, which is connected to a generator so that you produce the electricity. And wind farms having clusters of such windmills that are located in coastal regions and in mountains passes where you can have a strong wind. So wind farms, you can find very much windmills in Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, UK, USA, Spain. They are some of the noted areas, noted places for the wind energy production. So the advantage and disadvantage of wind energy is, it is non-polluting. Advantage is non-polluting, low cost production of electricity, one setup, safe and clean. But disadvantages is, it is noise pollution. Noise pollution is caused by wind energy as it rotates. Windmills cost is very much costly for setup and disturbs radio and TV reception, and it is very much harmful for birds also. So these are some of the advantages and disadvantages of windmill. Now nuclear power. So nuclear power is obtained from energy that is stored in the nuclei of atoms and naturally occurring radioactivity elements like in uranium and thorium. So these fuel undergo nuclear fusion, that is nuclear reactor, and emit power. So this about nuclear, this you learn in your higher class in your science. You learn the greatest producer of nuclear power are US and Europe, and in India, Rajasthan and Jharkhand have large deposits of uranium. Thorium is found in the large quantity in the monazite sands of Kerala. The nuclear power station in India, that is located in the Kalpakkam in Tamil Nadu, Tarapur in Maharashtra, Rana Pratap Sagar near Kota in Rajasthan, and Narora in Uttar Pradesh, and Kaiga in Karnataka. These are some of the nuclear power plant located in India. So the nuclear energy, how it comes means, here nuclear reactor, so heat from fission. So here heat gets, so by that heat it rotates, and by that heat hot water gets here it comes, and then it goes to turbine, from where the heat turbine rotates. Then when the turbine rotates, the generator produces the electricity, and here you can see the bulb is glowing. But there is also an advantage and disadvantage for nuclear energy. One advantage is it gives us large amount of energy, but the disadvantage is generates radioactivity waste. It generates radioactivity waste and expenses, and if a small mistake happens, if a small explosion happens, by that is by mistake, if a small reaction happened and it occurs an explosion, it causes a huge damage of life and property. Next is geothermal energy. So heat energy that is obtained from the earth is called geothermal energy. So the temperature in the interior of the earth, that is rises steadily as we go deeper, it rises more and more. So sometimes this heat energy may surface itself in the form of hot springs. In the form of hot springs it may come out, and this heat energy can be used for generating power. So geothermal energy in the form of hot spring has been used for cooking, heating, bathing, and for several years it has been used. So USA it has the world's largest geothermal power plants. That is a power plant that is followed by New Zealand, Iceland, Philippines, and Central America. You can see the geothermal power plants in USA. In India, geothermal power plants are located in Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh and Puga Valley in Ladakh. So here, geothermal energy means here natural like it happens, steam comes out from that. What they do means they put the wells where and the water they put, so that what happen means when the if where the possible steam may come, where is their possibility, they that steam will come in this through this pipe and it goes to turbine. As you know, turbine rotates, the generator produces electricity, and by the electricity is supplied where they want. But there is also an advantage and disadvantage for geothermal energy. Clean, eco-friendly, and always available. It is clean and very much eco-friendly, and you will available it always. But disadvantage is it is located far away from the cities, and so it is very much costly for transportation of the electricity in geothermal energy. Next is tidal energy. Energy that is generated from tides is called tidal energy. Tide means waves when it gets high. So tidal energy can be harnessed by building dams. By building dams, you can get electricity. Dams in the narrow open of the sea, like say dams. So during high tides, the energy of the tides is used to turn the turbine installed in the dams so that to produce electricity. Russia, France, and the Gulf of Kutch in India has huge tidal mill farms. So here you can see here when tide come very much high tides will go inside, it rotates turbine, produce electricity, and it is sent to the places where it is needed. But still the tidal energy, it is also having a disadvantage and advantage also. So advantage is it is non-polluting, it is inexhaustible. But disadvantages is it may destroy wildlife habitats. Means if a fish comes, it may kill that fish because turbine is rotating only, and it is difficult to harness. So it is very difficult. It is having the advantage and disadvantages also. After this, the next is biogas. Organic waste like dead plants and animal material, animal dung and kitchen waste can also be converted into gaseous fuel that is called biogas. The organic waste is decomposed by bacteria in biogas digesters to emit biogas, which is essential for mixture of methane and carbon dioxide. So biogas, it is an essential excellent fuel for cooking, lighting, and produce huge amount of organic manure every year. Energy is everywhere, but we can see that harnessing this energy is both difficult and it is also costly. Each one of us can make the difference by not wasting energy. So energy saved is energy generated. So act now and make brighter energy future. So biogas, what are the advantage and disadvantage of biogas is it is low cost. You does not need any cost because you produce it by the waste you get from the near your house or anything. So it is easy to operate, makes use of the bio waste. But sometimes one disadvantage, it cause harm for greenhouse. May cause greenhouse effect. So finally, this was your chapter. So we have to save the electricity for our future, and we have to help our people. We have to help the peoples in the future so that they may not face any electricity problem. So save the electricity. Do not keep on lights when you are not using, or any time when you are not using any, whether it may be light, fan, anything. So use it in a limited way. How much you need, you'll use. Don't use, simply you don't use and waste it. So okay friends, this was your third chapter of your geography, mineral and power resources. So I will see you in the next video explain another chapter. Till then, if you like my video, give me a like, or watch my video, please give a comment and subscribe my channel MN Coaching Center for more video. So I will see you in the next video explain another chapter. Till then, take care, have a nice day, bye my dear friends.